In today's vlog, I want to talk about what I use for my daily driver and what essentials do I have in my camera bag that makes vlogging and content creation easy and manageable. So I want to make sure that everything is synergistically working together. So we're going to go over that today. The Sony FX3. I feel like this camera is the jack of all trades. One of the beautiful things that this camera has is the built-in fan. That built-in fan is the most important thing to me because it allows me to film outside in 85-degree weather with the humidity at 100, and the camera will not overheat because the automatic fan inside the camera body takes over, so I can do whatever I want whenever I want. But again, it doesn't actually matter about the camera body if you don't know how to use it. And I have to admit, I am not the best at the FX3. It is a very difficult camera to use. The learning curve from this camera to the ZV-E1 is significantly different. It's kind of like going from iMovie to Premiere. So we're going into that cinema line, so things are a little bit more tricky and challenging because a lot of explanations between cameras and gear is tailored towards that advanced person who totally understands how cameras are supposed to be talked about, and I am talking about it in a way that it makes sense to me and to the beginner who's just trying to get into content creation. So this is my advice to you. You have to think of a camera as the human body. Think about the FX3, the body of the camera as the brain. The lens is your eyes, and the microphone is the ears, and the tripod is your arms and legs. The memory card and the battery, that is the heart of your camera. So having all of those things at the highest caliber allows you to film that cinematic look. It lets you get that perfect audio and stability of what you're looking for in any situation. Now we're gonna get into the lens, the eyes of your actual camera. I'm gonna break it down into a very, very simple way. There are two types of lenses. There are prime lenses and then the other. And the other are the 16 to 35s. It goes from one to another, all within one piece of glass. Prime lens, that is a standalone focal length, meaning it only is what it is. So a 16mm lens only can do 16mm, a 35 only do a 35. It has the ability to go from this wide range, rotating it, and you can go all the way into 35. When you have that standalone prime lens, it can only be in this position or this position. So when it comes to vlogging, I always recommend getting one that has multiple options so you can film multiple different things without replacing your lenses over and over again depending on what you want to shoot. Even though you can put an ND filter on it, which is this little filter you attach onto the lens, which is technically the sunglasses of your lens. It go from looking like this, super blown out, to that. And that's just by rotating the dial. What I got for lunch today: some steamed white rice, some Chinese chicken sticks, sugar-free Red Bull, obviously to wash it all down. I have about 3.5 minutes to eat this before we get into the next client. Got to make sure you throw away your trash. You don't want to leave any evidence of your disgustingness of just devouring 4 chicken sticks and some rice within 5.5 minutes. I gotta say, one of the most difficult things that I've had to do recently is make sure that I'm on 16 focal length. 1 second. I'm on 20. Whoop. Our dog, Grover, he currently had to have a little surgical procedure done. We were given like 5 or 6 different medications that he has to take every single morning and every single night. Then we have to spoon feed him. He doesn't like wearing the cone or the donut we bought. That means that we have to be around him 24/7. We aren't getting any sleep, but I guess it is preparing us for the baby. We're gonna go get an energy drink and a diet soda for the wife.
Don't you wanna get to know me? I bet I'm stuck inside your mind. I see you're with somebody, but look at my way all night. Keep your hands off my body. Yeah, you can look
All right, secured the energy drink and diet soda. Now we're back to go home. What is sleep, you know? We don't believe in sleep in this household. We believe in just non-stop energy. I already feel alive. I'm on no sleep. Let's do this. Let me adjust this quickly. Sorry. You see, this is one of the problems that I have with the Sony 16-35 is I always forget to adjust this to 16. We are talking about the ears of your camera. There's a few different things when it comes to creating your perfect vlogging setup and deciding which microphone that you would like to choose. And the microphone as the ears is super important because people want to have good audio for the content that they're watching. On this side, you have bold, big bass. On this side, you have clean, crisp, and authentic. So from that, you can kind of build down. Down from the bold side is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, and from the crisp side is the Sony ECM M1. It's pretty much up to you to figure out which one that you would prefer, but I'm gonna go into the difficulties of both. I haven't seen any reviews of the two mics, the ECM M1 and the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, so we're gonna get into that and also talk about which one I prefer. Microphones can be confusing because there are so many out there. You really don't know which one is best, and there's a billion reviews out there for different mics for vlogging. There are two mics that are the creme de la crop, and those two mics are the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus and what I just picked up, the Sony ECM M1, which is a small compact mic, plugs right into the hot shoe mic so there's no wires. It is just mic to camera. Do you want something that is big but sounds bold, or something that is small and sounds crisp? Those are what you're trying to figure out. Also, my Rode mic is kind of like breaking on me. I've had it forever. We're gonna switch over to it right now. But first, I have to show you what it looks like. It's super, super small. If you look at the back, there are 8 different variations, but the ones that I think are the best, this one right there, which is super directional, over to omnidirectional, and then this one, which is front and back directional. Now, the difference between all of those is this. This is the masterclass. Omnidirectional, the full moon, is you can be heard from all around the camera. Super directional means it's only gonna be what is in front of it. And the third one, the front and back, you can talk in front and behind it for like an interview purpose and be heard clean and crispy. Along with those dials right there, there is these buttons right here, your auto and manual, and if you put it on manual mode, you can control the numbers. On this side, there is your DB, and on this side, there is the analog and digital. There is a little windscreen that you can put on top of it. We're gonna switch it onto it right now. I have the Sony ECM M1 as a small compact mic. I have the Sony FX3 for my camera body, and I have the Sony 16-35 G Master 2 f2.8 lens with a Peter McKinnon 2-to-5 stop ND filter. So we are keeping everything Sony because it just works like synergistically together. It's like my favorite word. We're gonna get into the tripods because the tripods, there are so many different things out there that create a good tripod, from sturdiness to bendiness. Let's talk about the arms and legs. There are a lot of different styles out there. There are the handheld ones, big ones, small, bendy ones. The ones that I personally like are the ones that have a sturdy steel or metal base. This is something that I think I needed to change also, is that I had the mic set to super directional, which is like literally right in front of the camera. I just changed it to like the other super directional, which is a little bit wider. So now if I like kind of turn the camera like this, it doesn't lose audio, because previously if I just like shifted the mic that way, the audio just completely fizzled out. So that's just kind of like my mistake. It's user error, not audio error. 3 tripods in particular that I like to use. One is the small rig, one is the Joby 5K, and one is the ProMaster phone tripod. Small rig looks like this. It is a small, compact steel alloy tripod that has the best functionality, versatility, and movement out of any tripod that I've ever had when it comes to that handheld, small, compact style. The reason I love this tripod, and the reason I believe everybody should be getting this specific tripod, is one, because it only costs $55. The most affordable and sturdy tripod I have ever had, and I swear to God I have tried 40 different tripods, and this is the only one that I keep going back to. It has a sturdy foundation. You can rotate this ring lightly, it clicks into place, and you can expand it into a almost flat surface. It has two different methods of tripodness. It has this lever right here, and it swivels the entire ball and head. Turn this little knob right here, and it rotates the entire top of the tripod. This tripod is ARCA compatible, which is why I also love this tripod. So this knob right here, if you rotate this, it expands and closes this in, which locks the quick plate in place so it doesn't fall. There is no flaws to this tripod. The second tripod that I use, ProMaster micro tripod. I call it micro because it's super small and compact. It fits in your pocket. It is that big. It is super small. It has this button right here that you can expand the legs on all three of them. This tripod I use for my phone primarily because it has this flip out and it puts your phone up. It goes up and down, so it allows you to have that vertical and horizontal content. Now, before we go any further, I want to shout out the sponsor to this video, which is myself. So please, if you have the ability to hit that subscribe button, please do so because it helps me out significantly. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your friends. And let's get me some more views so I can become famous, retire, and get a Ford Raptor R, my dream truck, sooner than later. All right, and back to the video. There are two other tripods that I believe are absolutely a necessity in everybody's camera bag, and that would be the Joby 5K tripod, and I actually changed the head of it to the PGY Tech Top, which has a quick plate ARCA compatible option to it. So you can click this button right here, it allows the quick plate to go in, and then you turn this little knob here and it locks it into place. This is a beautiful tripod because what this allows you to do is maneuver the legs into different situations and scenarios to get the best outcome of angles in whatever environment you are on. And the final tripod that I think everybody should have, because you would need at least one larger tripod for those talking head moments, that would be this big boy right here. Not only does it go up and down like this, but the legs fully extend into like 8 feet long, which is perfect because a lot of the times when I'm filming, I need to have something that is like up to this height because, you know, I need to have that talking head and I don't necessarily have something that I can place a small tripod on. So having a larger tripod is a necessity in anybody's camera bag. So to cap this whole thing off, if I had to pick two tripods to have in my camera bag in 2026, it would be the small rig tripod for 55 bucks, and it would be a larger tripod like this, which allows you to have multiple different shots in any kind of height, and it has to kind of be a flat surface, which is fine, but these two tripods are exactly what I would recommend to have. And if you want to get a third tripod, that is totally fine. I would end up getting the Joby 5K tripod, and I would get a phone mount that you can add onto that so you have the ability to capture content on any device. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is the memory cards and the batteries. And when it comes to batteries and tripods, that is one of the most important things, the heart of your camera, because you want to have enough power supply so you can film all day without worrying about losing footage because your camera died, especially if you're using the Sony ECM M1 mic, which pulls power directly from the camera. You want to have extra batteries so you don't run out of juice mid-shoot. For memory cards, this is a completely different subject. When it comes to memory cards, there is one thing that you need to keep in mind. Do you have enough storage to capture as much footage as possible? And is your memory card fast enough to process all the footage at the speeds that you're trying to capture? What that means is if you're filming 120 frames a second, you know, at 4K, you're gonna wanna have a memory card that can capture that and provide you with the exported data at that speed so it doesn't cripple your footage. So a lot of the times you wanna have the fastest card, which can cost a little bit more than the typical SD card, but it is completely worth it. When it comes to memory cards, you gotta be aware of the different specs. There are micro SD cards that are good for drones, and then there are normal SD cards, which is for your actual camera. I would highly recommend researching the best memory card for your specific setup. I'm gonna have links in the description below of everything that I use and why I use it, so if you have questions on it, you can click on the link and it can bring you up to the Amazon page of what that SD card is, what that tripod is, and what that mic is, and so on and so on. I would like to thank you for stopping by today's channel and this video. It means a lot to me that you have supported me through this YouTube journey. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that sub button, and I appreciate every single one of you. It means a lot, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.